How to thread our sewing machines. This is for our Singer 4423 heavy-duty sewing machines in the Learning Lab. Sewing machines have two areas for thread, so you'll need a spool of thread and a bobbin. Select your thread. We have ours on the spool holder in the lab. If the color has a bobbin to match, it should be here. Black and white bobbins are kept in the tackle box to the left. If you want to use a color but don't see a bobbin that matches, don't worry, we will cover filling a bobbin in another video. Typically, you will want to use matching thread, but in this demonstration, we will be using two different colors. When threading the machine, make sure that the presser foot is raised. Turn the hand wheel towards you to raise the needle to the highest position, and if the machine is on, please turn it off. Threading the machine consists of two different parts, threading the upper thread and inserting the bobbin. Let's start with the upper thread first. To thread the machine, you will follow the threading diagram that is commonly found on all modern-day sewing machines. They are typically numbered and generally go through the same basic parts. The thread must go through each of these sections correctly in order for the machine to operate. Let's start by inserting our thread into our spool pin and adding our spool holder to keep everything in place. Taking your thread, you're going to go to the first spot on our diagram and pull the thread towards you to insert it under the guide. Move to the second spot and you can see how the thread goes behind a little piece of metal. This will help keep our tension. Take your thread and move it towards the number 3. We want the thread to go into the gap, and we will swing back up for number 4. We're going to take the thread and move from right to left. Here it is again from another angle. We want the thread to go into this little section right here. Continue straight down and hook the thread behind this little metal part. From here, we will get the thread behind this little metal loop. The opening is on the right. Now we're going to thread the needle from front to back. Pull the thread through so you have a tail of about 5 inches. It's typically good practice to take the thread and slip it under the presser foot and towards the back of the machine. Now that we have threaded the top, we want to practice inserting the bobbin. First, we'll need to push this little latch to the right to release the bobbin cover. Remove the old bobbin, if there is one, and select your bobbin to insert. On these machines, you can see a little red dot on the needle plate. Only bobbins with this same colored dot can be used on these machines. Insert the bobbin with the thread coming off counterclockwise. Take the thread and insert it into this groove, and pull it to the left until it reaches the second indentation. Now, holding the upper thread with your left hand, turn the hand wheel towards you with your right to pull the bottom thread. This is what you will see when you do that. Turning the hand wheel will drop the needle down, and you'll see how the upper thread will move across the bobbin, grabbing the lower thread. Once it is grabbed, pull the loop up, then grab the loop and bring it up with the upper thread. Insert the bobbin cover from left to right and it should snap into place. Congrats, you have threaded the machine. Don't worry if this takes a while the first few times. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do it extremely fast. Here it is in real time for a comparison. Typically, threading the needle is the hardest part. Continue learning to sew with our next video, Settings and Stitches.